Hey gaming fans, so today I have another Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile. This is also GOAT format as well, so this plays the 2005 ban list. So if you're not familiar with that, there's information out there, you can look it up. But it's a pretty interesting format that I've, just started to get into. So let's get to the deck profile. So for the first monster we have Morphing Jar. I only put this guy in here because this is a combo deck, and you want to try and get to your combo pieces as fast as possible, so Morphing Jar can actually help you get there. We got 3 Dekochis. Again, just draw power. A good first turn set, get a card out of it. You can Book of Moon it, get another card. So a really good card. Always, always a popular choice in this format. Exile forces to get rid of any kind of, troublesome monsters on your opponent's side of the field. DD Warrior Lady, same thing. You can just get rid of whatever monster your opponent's throwing at you. And for the deck combo pieces, we have Asura Priest. So Asura Priest is our main killer of the deck. This guy is pretty much what the deck is going to revolve around. So you want to try and get to him as fast as possible. That's why we have the Morphing Jar. That's why we have the Dekochis. So he's a spirit monster, and he returns to your hand at the end of the turn. But it can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each time. So if your opponent has 4 monsters out, he can attack all 4 of them. So this is going to be good, especially if your opponent plays Scapegoats, because you're going to be able to deal with all of them. Then just for some added pressure in the deck, I put Enraged Battle Ox. So this is a Beast Warrior that gives all Beast Warrior, and Wing Beast type monsters piercing, essentially. So you got 1700. Then I threw in some more strength into the deck with the Berserk Gorillas. So these cards, if this card's a face-up defense position, you destroy it. So you don't want to ever turn this to defense mode unless you want to get rid of him. And then he has kind of a downside where he has to attack each turn when possible. So I mean, you could run into some problems with him if your opponent has something huge out and this is your only monster on the field. He's going to have to attack. Then we also have, for the last 2 monsters, Goblin Attack Force. I've been kind of just debating if I should change the ratios here. Maybe have 3 Goblin Attack Force and 2 Berserk Gorillas. I just like that 2,000 is a pretty big number. And, a lot of the monsters in this format, outside of the Chaos monsters and the Monarchs, are like under 19. So this is, he's basically 2300 beat stick. But he goes into defense mode, which could be a good thing, because then you're kind of protecting your life points next turn if they attack with something really big. So also there's a trick you could do with this guy, which I'll get to. So that's the monster lineup. We'll get to the spells. So we got Pot of Greed. This is just going to be a standard in pretty much every single modern, or not modern, GOAT format deck. If you can play Pot of Greed, you're always going to play it. Same with Graceful Charity. Doesn't hurt to draw 3 cards and then discard 2. Swords of Revealing Light, because you might want to stall for a couple of turns while you build up your combo pieces. Premature Burial, self-explanatory. It's like your Monster Reborn of the deck. 3 Book of Moon. Again, you want to protect yourself. You want to be able to flip over your Dekochi 1 turn and then maybe flip them back face down again to draw another card. There's lots of tricks. If your opponent tries to snatch steal your monster, you could Book of Moon your monster. All that kind of fun stuff. Then we got 2 Big Bang Shot, because we might need more piercing in this deck. Because you are going to be, summoning some tokens over to your opponent's side of the field. And again, if your opponent tries to block with Scapegoats, they're not going to get any success out of that. You can also do a fun trick with this card, which I'll show you in a sec. So we have Mystical Space Typhoon, because you're only allowed 1 in this format. And I have 2 Giant Trunades. So, again, this is a combo deck, so you could really go off in 1 turn. But another neat trick is with Big Bang Shot, you equip it to your opponent's monster, and then you play Giant Trunade and return Big Bang Shot to your hand. Because this card says when this card is removed from the field, the equipped monster is removed from play. So you could equip this to your opponent's Chaos monster or whatever, and then play Giant Trunade or Mystical Space Typhoon, remove it, and you get some removal of a monster if you need to. Otherwise, you're going to equip it to your own monsters. Like you can equip it to your Goblin Attack Force to make them really big, you know, because it gives a 400 power boost as well. So that's the spell lineup. Let's get to the traps. So the main combo piece in this deck, well, another part of the combo, this is like a three card combo almost. So that's why I try to put in some good draw power. Ojama Trio. So what you do is, you know, this works in a couple of ways. Like you can clog up your opponent's field. The good thing about GOAT format is there's no link monsters, there's no synchro monsters. So when your opponent has Ojama tokens on their side of the field, they're almost locked out of their 3 monster zones because they can't really do a whole lot with these guys. They special summon 3 Ojama tokens, level 2, so they can't even really use it for metamorphosis, and 0 attack and 1,000 defense. And they go into defense mode on your opponent's side of the field. So the reason why you're going to do this, outside of like locking down your opponent like out of 3 monster zones, is we play 3 final attack orders. So what this card does is, as long as this card remains on the field, all face-up monsters on the field are changed to attack position, and their battle positions cannot be changed. So what you're going to do is you're going to play Ojama Trio, give them the 3 tokens in defense mode, and then you're going to flip this card over, and now all those tokens are going to be in attack mode. Another thing about Ojama Trios is when they die, your opponent takes 300 damage too. So that kind of helps and it adds up. So your main combo here would be, you know, your perfect setup would be you summon your Ojama tokens to your opponent's side of the field, you flip over the final attack orders, so now they're all in face-up attack mode, and your Asura Priest will come in handy at this point. 1700 attack, so if it attacks a Ojama token, they take 300 damage, plus they take the 17 off the attack, so that's 2,000 attack, 2,000 damage. It hits all 3, so you got 6,000 damage in one push. And of course, if they have any scapegoats, they're going to be sorry. You could also do it with, like, you know, Goblin Attack Force. They'll take the full 2,300. So if you have a full lineup of monsters, it's just a gateway to your opponent's life points. So if they have a set monster, you don't have to worry about it. You'll still get through to their life. The downside to this card, obviously, is Dust Tornado and MST will ruin your day. So I also threw in a 0 gravity, which will essentially do the same thing. I was trying to decide if I wanted to go full 0 gravity instead of final attack orders. The thing I like about final attack orders being a continuous trap is Goblin Attack Force will always stay in attack mode, and his effect won't change him because he'll always stay up in attack mode. So that was the only thing I was thinking about. But it is prone to destruction, so you got to be careful if they chain to the activation. But 0 gravity, you can activate that. So unless they have like a 7 tools or a solemn judgment, this is going to go off, and then all those tokens will go into attack mode. Then we got our standards. We got Call It a Haunted, just for some more reborn. Ring of Destruction could help finish your opponent off. And just to help stall out, we have Sakuratsu Armor to stop any attackers, and Mirror Force. Again, just to stop any kind of attackers that could happen while you're building up your little combo. So that's pretty much the thought behind this deck. Still a good work in progress, but you know, I had a different version of this, and I felt it was a little bit too slow, but adding in some of this stuff really did help. Anyways, let me know what you think. If you have any comments or thoughts or changes, what you would add into this deck. This is kind of like a fun combo deck. Just a, you know, nice, different type of deck to give a try. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe. Talk to you later.